It is such an honor to introduce to you our guest today, best-selling author Lysa Terkeurst. She's the president of Proverbs 31 Ministries, and she's written a book called Uninvited, and it's about facing rejection and living loved. And there are so many women who are struggling with the pain of rejection, even if they don't even realize that that's actually what it is. And so I've read the book. It has touched my heart so much. How did you know that rejection was the issue that needed to be addressed?
Well, I write about what I struggle with. So if you look at the titles of any of my books, you pretty much know my issues. And when I listened to what I felt like the Lord was revealing to me and then listening to other people, I felt like we're all either healing from a past rejection, dealing with a present day rejection, or fearing that an unexpected rejection is right around the corner. So I think it's affecting us all. Rejection is a part of life. Jesus experienced it when he was here. Every human alive will experience that. It's either full out rejection or just those nuances of being left out, less than, and lonely. Everyone experiences that. And what would it look like if you could actually get to the place where you lived with the full assurance of my love, so that when you interact with people each day, they encounter that fullness of God's love rather than your insecurities and fallout of past rejections.
And I love that you're bringing that up, because I think living loved is so powerful, because when you are full of God, then you're actually going into a room or a situation able to give love and acceptance rather than look for it.
That's right. I wrote about in the book how
the party.
The party, like how
so many moments like that.
So many moments. But how I walked in and I hadn't geared myself up, like bring love and acceptance into this room. I had not done that. So I walked in and was just needy. I was looking for someone who's going to make me feel accepted.
Who's going to come up to me.
Who's going to come up to me. Who's going to invite me into their conversation. And honestly, that neediness, while I think a lot of people can relate to it, for me, as I reflected back on it later, that neediness was actually greediness. It was like, make it all about me, make it all about me. Somebody make it all about me, please, Instead, what I should have done is walked in and thought, I can bring into this room an atmosphere, because I walk in with the presence of God. So I can fill this atmosphere with love, acceptance, joy, peace. I can actually strip out of this atmosphere that sense of competition, that sense of comparison. Like, I have the fullness of God's Spirit in me. And so if I bring that into the atmosphere of this room, it's going to be better for everyone. But that was not my attitude at the party. And so I wrote what it feels like to be alone in a crowded room, and that panic of, I'm not wanted, I don't belong, no one's inviting me into their conversation.
I'm an imposter.
I'm an imposter.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Exactly. And and the unraveling that happens when we bring that into an atmosphere, into a room.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times a lot of people don't think that they are in a position where they're allowed to be that confident person. They think maybe that's for other people. I've even been in situations like that before too, even though, like you talk about in your book, I have achieved accomplishments. Like, I'm a former Miss USA, I'm an author, I have this blog, I have my own TV show, but sometimes I don't feel like I'm the one who is supposed to be like the confident one. Outside achievements don't heal inside hurts.
That's right. The spotlight never fixes our insecurities. It only exposes them. Sometimes we wait our whole life for that moment where we feel confident. And I'm like, I don't know. The Bible says that God's power is made perfect through our weakness. And so I don't know that God's goal for us is like, get to this place where you're so confident in your own strength. Like, I really don't even know that that's biblical, right? So if I wait my whole life for that moment where I feel confident to bring an atmosphere of love, then I'm always going to be chasing achievements rather than chasing God. And I wrote about in the book that God's love is not based on us. It's not based on what we've done, how we look, the accomplishments we've had in our life. God's love is not based on us. It's simply placed on us. And it's the place from which we should live, and that is loved. So I don't think it's about walking into a room feeling uber confident. I think it's about walking into the room having pre-decided, I am going to bring the atmosphere of God's love into this space.
Yeah.